Have you ever listened to someone's track and thought, how the hell are they getting that much space? It's like you're sitting inside the mix, not just listening to it. But your track feels kind of 2D and their track feels 3D. They're not using secret gear, they're just shaping depth and they're doing it in mastering. So today I'm going to show you on this video some really easy ways for you to do it too, and you can try them on your mix today. I'm Streaky, I've been a mastering engineer for the past 30 years. I've worked with some of the world's leading artists and I've taught over 20,000 students how to mix and master. So I'm on YouTube to help you get better sounding music and help you mix and master your music better. So if you've ever said, my mix sounds great, but there's something missing, well, what I'm going to show you is probably what's missing. When you want depth in a track, the 3D-ness, it isn't just about reverb or about level differences, and it's definitely not loudness. It's how you manipulate the space from front to back. Some things will feel close, far, tucked in, or wide. And yes, this can happen at the mastering stage. Here's 3 mastering moves that can help you shape some depth into your tracks without changing your mix. The technique I'm going to show you today is using a processing called MS, which stands for mid-side. You'll see this on EQs and loads of other plugins. So if you've not heard of mid-side processing before, I'm going to show you a quick demo of what this sounds like. I'm going to first of all show you it in stereo, then I'll remove the side information, which is this stuff out here, and then I'm going to remove the mid stuff so it just leaves the sides, and then you'll pick up on exactly what mid-side does.
I've been walking a line, it's getting harder to see. If I lose my grip, I slip.
So the first one I'm going to show you is a basic opening of the track. This is a very simple way of doing it. In the mids, so in the center stuff, I'm just going to duck around 350. I'm going to do that 2 dB and I'm doing it on a tighter Q. When you're ducking frequencies, go tight Q. When you're lifting frequencies, go wide Q in mastering. So I'm a little bit tight here in the mids only, so we're taking away from about 350, and then I'm adding at around 6K but only on the sides. So what this does is where the mids are, so you've got guitars and things like that going on, it's just have the reverbs and things are on the outside, so it just widens that a little bit and then it just takes away a little bit from in the middle, so you suddenly create some space in the center and you'll hear it go from sounding a little bit flat to being nice and open. Check this out.
I've been walking a line, it's getting harder to see. If I lose my grip, I slip.
So you can hear that opened up the outside of where the guitar's reverb was, and it also cleared some space in the muddy mids. So that was really nice. You've got a nice hollow bit in the middle and then you've opened it up a bit. Go back and have a listen to a few times on headphones if you need to, and you'll hear it happen in and out on bypass. So the second one I'm going to show you is how you get the bottom nice and tight and the top nice and open, because everyone likes a nice tight bottom and a really big top. But before we get into that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click like on this video, because it encourages me to do more and give you more tips and tricks for free on YouTube so that you can get better sounding music. Okay, let's get into the next one. So grab yourself the Ozone Imager or a similar stereo width plugin. I've created 2 bands. Well, there's 3, but I'm not touching the middle one. And then in the bottom, I've got the crossover frequency about 130. So it's grabbing all the low end, and then I'm just monoing that down. So what this plugin is basically doing is removing the sides when you pull it down, and when you go up, it's increasing the sides. So I'm going to pull the sides down from 130. So what this is going to do, it's going to tighten and make the low end nice and solid. And then on the top, at around 13K, so everything that's really high up, I'm just going to widen the stereo image, so pull out those sides a bit more. And what this does, it gives you a big illusion of air in the track. So you don't have to add EQ, just gives you this illusion of air and a low tight bottom. So you get this kind of tulip effect. And it sounds really good because it makes your ears focus on the mids and you feel like you've got this separation in the tops. Let me show you it before and after.
I've been walking a line that's getting harder to see. If I lose my grip, I slip.
So you can hear it really liven the top end up, all the nice stuff that's going on, made that nice and wide, and it made the middle in the bottom sound really tight and together. So the third one, this one's a little bit more advanced for you mastering geeks out there, but anyone can use it, and I suggest you try it on your tracks. I'm going to use a FabFilter Pro MB, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to manipulate the mids at the top so that I get some action as the kick goes. You'll understand what I'm saying when I show you the setup. So I'm going to set a band at 1K, so I'm right smack bang in the middle. I've got it in mid mode. So if you go down here, you can select mid or side. So I'm selecting mid. I've got this on the side chain here on free. That brings this up. So if you can see, it brings that up. What this does, this is the trigger for this side. So I'm going to put that to 100 to the top and all the way to the bottom. And so now every time the kick comes in, it's going to expand the track up. So I've put this in expansion mode down here. So we get a nice bit of movement in the low end against the top end. And this helps get a bit of snap in the kick, but it also gives loads of really nice movement and space in the track. Super subtle, don't go too mad. Half a dB because we're doing the whole of the top end. So we don't want to move it too far or it'll start sounding really weird and a little bit kind of sickly. So check this out before and after.
I've been walking a line that's getting harder to see. If I lose my grip, I slip.
So you can hear that stops the track from being flat and boring straight away. Gives it all a bit of life in the mids. It's a really nice top trick, that one. So if you're mixing your own stuff, you can always use this before mastering too, to give your track a little bit more kind of vibe. It'll help you listen to the tracks more in 3D, forwards to backwards, than just left to right. And when it comes to mastering, this is where you can really make it work on a flat track. Depth, weight, focus, all the stuff that makes people go, how the hell did they get it sounding like that? And that's exactly what I teach in my 7-day mastering accelerator. There's no waffle, there's no theory, it's just real methods like this that I've used on thousands of tracks. By the end, you won't be guessing anymore. You'll know how to take a great mix and give it that final 20%. It's what separates amateurs from pros. And as you stay to the end of the video, there's a special link here that gives you a massive discount, and there's also a link in the description. This next video is the plus 10 dB trick that you need to know if you're mixing. It will so help you with getting the balance of your track right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.